Hi everyone, so today I'm going to show you how to get the Mila Kunis look that she wore on the cover of Cosmopolitan magazine. I've seen her wear it elsewhere. It's definitely something that she has done a few times. Definitely say it's something that you have seen more than one celebrity do. It's very sort of Kim Kardashian as well. What I would definitely say this kind of style is sort of the California beach Hollywood glam girl because of all the bronzing and contouring and highlighting and eyeliner and lashes and kind of nude shiny lips. So I hope that you enjoy my tutorial on this and stay tuned if you like the way this looks. I'm going to keep the flesh tone around the eye area as neutral as I can using Urban Decay's Eden Primer Potion. I like to get all over the eyelid as well as all over the brow bone, the whole thing. I'm putting quite a bit on because my primer potion's starting to dry out and it's fairly matte. And I like to go all the way up there through the crease, all over the eyelid, because I put eyeshadow all over that whole area and I don't want any of it to fade. Now just to open up the eyelid, I like to put some shine on the eyelid. I'm going to use MAC's Rubenesque Paint Pot for my eyelid. And taking my Sephora Creaseless Cream brush, I'm going to pat that on the lid. Now I know a lot of people like to use their fingers. I've just, I really like to just use the brush so I don't get my fingers in the paint pot and then just have a breeding ground for bacteria. Now a lot of people look at a look or a makeup look that has a cool tone to it for the end result. You see the cool undertones. What a lot of people don't know is that there's probably warm undertones involved in the neutral look so that it's not icy and not very friendly to look at. To get that warm undertone, I'm going to be using MAC's Soft Brown. I know a lot of people feel that this color is very peachy, but it actually looks really nice as part of the crease color. So using my 224, blending that through. Now the end result you do see with the crease is that cool tone. For that I'm going to use MAC's Corduroy. It's a pretty cool tone brown without being too gray, I guess you could say. Now I'm going to take 224 brush again and I'm going to blend that straight through, pressing onto the eye socket first in the outer area and get the majority of that color concentrated in the outer area. This will help make the eye look sultry if the color has that concentration right there. Plus it won't look all kind of botched or like you put too much in one spot, like somewhere straight to the middle. For the lid color, I'm going to be using MAC's All That Glitters. And then just dust that right on top of Rubenesque paint. Now for the highlight color, she's sporting sort of a creamy, frosty brow bone. For that, I'm going to be using Dazzlelight, which is just a cream sort of highlight color. It's softer in tone than rice paper and not quite as bright or even as frosty as nylon. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. It's like, I'd say it's sort of in between nylon and rice paper. And then just go back over the outer socket with a little bit of Cork by MAC. I just definitely want that outer area to be enhanced. For my liner, I'm going to be using good old Black Track Fluidline. It's just a black gel liner. A lot of companies make them. Just going to use an angled brush, and the upper lash line is going to be a little bit thick. Sometimes I go thick, sometimes I go thin. Following her look, I will be going thicker. Definitely make this more inky black if you wanted, depending on how much you want to put on and what color eyeshadow you set it with. And the only reason I'm just holding my eye taut right here is just to get that line really smooth and so that my eye doesn't like crinkle up while I'm patting it down. Use MAC's Feline Kohl Power for the entire waterline. I just ran that liner underneath the lower lash line as well, picking up some black shadow, and I'm just setting it. All this wet black liner would never stay on anybody without properly setting it. Now to really glamorize it, I'm going to use Ardell's Invisiband lashes in Wispies. They also have demi wispies if you don't want to go with something this long, but I feel like these are pretty safe and wearable. So I'm going to apply these with clear lash adhesive and I'll be right back. Clean up my skin tone with MAC's Prolongwear Foundation. Just using my 130, stipple in the back of my hand like I would Strobe Liquid, and then just pat that into the skin. One major tip with working with this foundation is that it does dry, so it's really nice for oilier skin because you won't have to blot as much and stuff like that, so I do like it. But when going underneath the eye, just to avoid it from crusting under the eye, just to take my finger and melt it into the eye. When I do setting powder, I'm going to use more liquids. I'm going to use Strobe Liquid by MAC. Just pump it onto your floor or the back of your hand, and I'm going to use my 130, stipple that into my hand again so that it's in the hairs of the brush, and then just put it in your highlight zone, which is the cheekbone above the blush zone. Now I'm going to use MAC's cream color base in Fabulush. It's pretty, kind of like a light watermelon with gold pearl. Kind of looks like, I'm going to get some of the foundation off of there because it's kind of sitting on top. Kind of looks like Cactus Flower by NARS. I'm going to get my brush. Alright, not going to be reusing that. I'm going to take a new brush and sweep my floor when I'm done. Using a 188, I was going to use that brush, that'll also work nice too for blush, but it picked up some, like, I don't know, shedding on the floor, so I'll be using it. Now, the way we are in California, we're obsessed with bronzing, contouring, and glow, so I'm going to be using a little bit of cream color base in Luna. And yes, this is white with a frost. One more bronzing step. I'm going to use MAC's MSF in Comfort, a kabuki. And we're just going to start at the temple, work it into the hairline, all over this area, leaving the center blank because she does have a little bit of light going through the center of her face. Work it into the contour so that the blush has a little bit more of a bronze kick, because she doesn't really have bright cheeks, but she does have her cheeks done just above her contour, not on the contour. Now Mila Kunis definitely has that sort of California girl-esque beach body wave kind of hair. Like, I didn't try too hard and it's just beautiful, got back from the beach. So I mean, I could only work with what I got, so I just didn't overly flat iron it. I just didn't press it too much. For lip liner, I'm going to take MAC's Wallflower, line my lips, and fill them in. It's a very soft pink lip with some sheen. That's why I laid down the very neutral lip liner. For that, I'm going to be using Urban Decay's Peroxide. This looks very much like MAC's Angel, I would say. And just smooth that all over. And then for gloss, I'm going to use Too Faced's Glamour Gloss in Champagne Room. This does have a slight injection plumping effect, and it is sort of a brown neutral color. And just go through the center. But the smell of these versus the MAC Plush Glass, which is their plumper, so much more better. Really nice. Kind of almondy. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my tutorial.